Hi, my name is Beth Belanger. I am submitting this week's post, which is around interviewing. I will ask the question first and then respond to each question as if I am applying to a position that requires an MBA. So, question number one, tell me about yourself. I am a public sector specialist working in Washington, D.C. for advanced solutions at Tech Data, one of the country's largest distributors. In this role, I specifically support HPE, Aruba, Veeam, and Riverbed for their go-to-market strategies in public sector. That's both federal and state and local government, also known as SLED. In this role, I act as the voice of the vendor and I'll make sure that we are correctly aligned with our companies and find ways to strategically increase sale opportunities for our resellers. I'm very passionate about how technology impacts the way we live, and specifically the impact it can make on school systems and our government. I am working towards an MBA at the University of Arizona and have a very strong work ethic. I am a big believer of community impact and work hard to find volunteer opportunities and build community wherever I am. Question number two, tell me about a time that you exhibited initiative. When I started Tech Data, we did not have Aruba federal authorization. This was really limiting what we could provide to our reseller community, sending business away. And our company had pursued this piece of the business, this authorization, for 5 years prior. They were particularly frustrated when a competitor was given an authorization a year prior over us. And the opportunity that we saw for this was about $30 million. I was tasked to go after this business and find a way to provide that authorization and that sales revenue to our company. I created a cross-organizational team to win this business, meeting on a weekly basis for the better part of 6 months. I went out of my way to meet and understand what mattered to Aruba and their team, which in this case was reporting and marketing. In the past, we had kind of shared all of the things that we could do, but did not specifically address what they wanted. And this plan that we created over the better part of a year worked to address all of their concerns. The result, after a year long of conversations, checkpoints, and communication, we correctly aligned in internal resources and our external resources. Aruba agreed to authorize Tech Data as a federal distributor, and now our resellers are able to buy their entire business portfolio through our company. Within the last 6 months, we have had $10 million in commitments for this upcoming year and anticipate that this opportunity is about $30 million. That is question number two. And then question number three is, tell me about a situation at work which you experienced conflict and how you resolved it. So part of my job is to help make sure that public sector sales can be made successfully. I work closely with our vendors and our resellers to make sure that our end user has what they need to make that sale. And there was a situation where a reseller had a K-12 sale opportunity for a Nimble solution, which is part of the HP portfolio. They needed to have a state contract access for the state of Alabama, which they did not hold themselves. They reached out to Tech Data, and I was brought in to assist to see if we could provide contract access to close that sale. I reached out internally to confirm that Tech Data did not have any contracts that we could leverage for the reseller. We then reached out to HPE, the vendor whose solution was placed for this opportunity, and saw an opportunity to add them to an HPE held contract. Communicating that to the reseller, we then had to identify if the end user would be open to an alternative contract. To do this, we hopped on the phone with the end user, made sure that they understood the validity of the alternative contract, and provide that reassurance that this was a true path for the sale. We answered additional questions and identified another opportunity down the road for an increase in that sale opportunity within the next 6 months. The end user agreed to the alternative contract. We were able to add them through HPE, and the sale was processed. This resulted in a completed sale and created new opportunities for that reseller being added to an HPE held contract that covered 47 other states. So in this case, we had a challenge, utilized our connections and resources to fulfill the need, close the deal, and then leverage that pathway to increase other opportunities moving forward. Great. So that is my summary of the questions asked, and try to utilize the STAR method. Let me know if you have any follow-up thoughts, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.